Hey, welcome to
Nori
Daggers
smells
in
like fart.
Diplomacy.
Shit! Wait, no, it's already streaming.
It is already streaming.
Okay,
Man,
Nick, can I go in? Can I say what I need to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum, on top some grated Parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trample on our lawns. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza. For thine is the meatball, the onion, and the bay leaves, forever and ever. Ramen.
What
Wow.
did I listen to?
It's the Pastafarianism Lord's Prayer.
That
Oh,
is
no.
that is the best.
10 out of 10.
All right, so good evening, guys.
Yep, I got you.
All right, so go ahead. If you could, Saz, go ahead and mute your mic for now, and then.
Yes, Tuesday. Shut the fuck up.
All right, so the last time that we played, the party made it to the Library of Lawn. You guys are currently staying at the library. We have had one small stay at the library. You guys have only stayed there for a night.
Wait, do we get a long rest?
Well, you guys didn't have any combat. You should have had a long rest last game.
Okay. So I need to fix that then.
Yeah, there was a lot of exposition last game. So
A lot of what?
There was a lot of exposition last game.
Okay.
So what I think I'm going to do for this game is you guys are at the library. You have the availability to go and look at things across the islands.
Nori,
Yes.
how do they fly the Library of Lawn? I only have one question. I've had it since
How do they
fly an island? I need to know. And
Okay.
is it a ball that I can tip? Because if so, does the Library of Lawn flip upside down?
Okay, Umbra.
Are you gonna knock over the Library of Lawn?
What could possibly go wrong? Then I would be the
Oh
one
my
who
God.
toppled the library.
Oh my God! Make the Library of Alexandria look like a fucking joke.
Jasper, you can get to the Library of Lawn. Why tipped it over?
I'm going to say I highly doubt that the council would let you near the steering mechanism.
Okay, out of character, I want to tip it. In character, can I look through a window?
Dude, just talk
Well,
to
you
Beulah.
guys
She'll make you
guys
invisible.
can see it
And
in
I'd
the
be under.
in the audience chamber. Whenever you guys look, if you look up, you can actually see the platform where
What?
Lyra pilots. Yeah, I explained that last game. You guys can see
He's
the
the
platform.
pilot?
Yeah.
Okay, he's cool.
Well, so the mechanism that flies the islands is very similar to what is on Jasper's ship.
So, it's piloted by an orb.
Yeah.
Nori, I'm sensing a theme.
Oh God.
This is 3. This is 3.
Well, that's just a very common way of having flight in these worlds.
What are you planning, Chili?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it. You tell me not to worry about it. I'm gonna worry about
And
it.
the Daggers Folly are steered the same way.
They are.
Hey. Okay, this is fine.
Well, because you can the Joker's Folly also has a wheel. You could actually use the wheel as well.
Oh.
But the primary steering mechanism is the orb.
Wait, do I have proficiency in vehicles? Anyway. Sorry, distracted.
But yeah, so you guys currently, if you'd like to look around, there is the primary island, and then there are the orbital islands that are all connected to the main island by like large magical chains. So go ahead.
I have research that I want to do on a very specific thing.
Okay.
I want to look up famous mercenaries and pirates.
Okay.
A 3-hour tour.
That's an interesting thing to look up, but okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, so is that what you're going to be spending your time doing?
Until something else interesting occurs that I am made aware of, yeah. But if something super interesting occurs, like, I don't know, Macmillan falls 32 floors to his death, or not death, that's probably a bit more...
Hey, I can run down walls too.
He can run down walls.
Yeah, so in the instance that he doesn't run and falls, that's a little bit more interesting. Veneer doing something interesting is more interesting. Just, like...
I'm
and
going to. Oh,
my book on plants. Because I have a book on plants, too.
I'm going to find the tallest bookshelf, and I'm going to grab the smallest and largest book at the top of
Oh
the
God!
bookshelf.
Not this again.
So, all right, so you're looking for the largest and smallest book at the top of the shelf.
Yep.
Okay.
Of the largest shelf.
Of the largest shelf. Okay.
And I'm going to run up the shelf and not use the ladders that are dedicated for this.
I'm super shocked. Can you
Incredible.
tell?
Yeah, wow.
Super shocked.
I like my name.
All right, so Beulah.
Jilly, thank you for the flower, by the way. I'm gonna go to the library and like look through the different books on the different gods and goddesses, because Beulah needs somebody new to follow, because she's like, Arachnos, he's a doo-doo head.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the demigod, the Red Knight?
I was talking to Nick about a potential god that Beulah could go for if I ever come back. Wait, what? What?
We have something we'll go over.
Yeah.
You and I'll do some side talking about Beulah.
Groovy.
So,
Henry, it's
Veneer.
red. You wore red. I wear red.
Technically, Beulah's like bluish white now with all that lightning.
So,
but
Veneer, what would you like to be doing?
What would I like to be doing?
Yep.
What an excellent question.
Well, yeah, that was the point.
In this giant library that has possibly every piece of knowledge.
Pick one. Yeah.
Veneer would like to find a cookbook.
I might actually look into the history and technology of how Warforged are created.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Okay.
wait, your inventor never gave you the...
That wasn't. He never gave you your instruction manual?
Yeah, he never gave you the talk? When an inventor is very curious,
When an inventor
he takes some
A
metal
lot of Warforged are probably coming off an assembly line, so...
Yeah. I mean, the original Warforged probably not. He was all like, "Oh,
wait."
Well, that's the thing. The original Warforged would be super, super old.
Wait.
Yes.
From the information that I know is that it was only rediscovered recently.
Dude,
Recently, within the
elders.
last 100 years, kind of thing.
Dude,
Yes.
respect your elders.
Come off an assembly line?
Yeah, Veneer came off
Was
of.
he handcrafted?
So,
One of a kind
Veneer,
robot.
they're not quite to assembly line yet. But it's not like they only make like one or two of the people that craft them make.
It's like
it's their
cottage
entire
foundries
living.
almost. It's kind of like how cottage foundries were set up.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's the closest thing to mass production that's currently available is how they're being built.
Yeah.
Huh.
So basically, like one cottage would make one part, another cottage would make another part, and then they'd like ship all that to a central hub and assemble all those parts in that central hub and
Oh.
then send it out.
Well,
It's like an assembly line, but not as
about the
efficient.
older Warforged.
so okay, so the first thing is so like information that Veneer already has that he could very easily share with other members of the party if they're interested is that Warforged are typically made by one of a few companies out of Ilbar, and one company that is in Emberhold. So what these companies do is that they make Warforged for several different purposes. Some of them are for obvious reasons like combat, but they're also used for entertainment purposes. For like helping with traveling circuses or with stage shows in the entertainment districts of Ilbar, which is like all of Ilbar, but it's whatever. They're fairly common in like the city of Ilbar as entertainers.
Well, Veneer and Jamie have agreed no past things because the Elfengard customs are deeply sewn in. So, no past things. So, if he wants to tell me about these things, he can as he learns them, but I will not pry.
Well, you and you being from Elfengard, you'd probably already know those things as well. Seeing as they're mandated and operated by companies that have to pay taxes to Ilbar.
If someone wants to know something about Warforged, they would have to ask specifically about it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You
So
should have told me that when I played Miss Fine. Shit.
okay, so
I'll listen.
Wait, you can just ask? Yes, you probably could.
I had so many questions on my sheet. God. Thanks. It's fine.
Jeez.
give me just a second, guys. Go ahead and talk freely amongst yourselves. I will be right back.
I enjoy the flower that is now next to my name. Thank you, Chili.
Okay. So
It was the first question that came to mind.
Macmillan is to run up a wall. Veneer is studying Warforged. Do we have a meeting point for after we do these things in the day, I suppose?
Wait, what? What's that?
A meeting place afterwards?
I would
Library.
assume so. Probably was okay. I assume there are some like rooms we can go to, right?
Or like a fishbowl.
I think we should bring our books to one place, if that is what you are saying as well.
Why do
Yeah.
not just go back to the boat? Or don't we have a room here?
Yeah.
Well, you can't leave. The books can't leave the library.
Speaking of
Ah,
the boat, does
Oh.
Jasper have plans on leaving? Like, is he going to leave with or without us, or is he waiting for us?
I do not believe that I have the gold to make
you
him
should
stay.
find a study table.
Do not feel like using other methods to make him stay. So if someone else would like to make sure he stays here and doesn't leave without us, that would be.
I got this. I'm gonna go over to Jasper.
I go knock him out.
Okay.
What?
So you're heading to see Jasper.
I'm gonna try and seduce Jasper to stay for as long as we want.
Try
dear
and seduce
God,
Jasper.
Yes.
That's not going to be
It's
hard.
working. It's working.
Shut up.
Okay, so Beulah, you go to talk to Jasper.
To try and make him stay for as long as we want him to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, how about you ask how long he was planning first?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that
do
obviously,
something.
but if it's not for as long as we want, I'm gonna like put on the moves and
How-
be like,
how long
"Yo,
are you guys
dog,
thinking
let me
about
see that
staying?
dick."
Wait, hold on. What's Jasper's constitution score?
That's good
Why
enough.
would he tell you that?
There's a reason, because last time Henry did something like this, he was occupied for a while. So I'm wondering how long we've lost the roll.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yes.
We don't
so
talk
Beulah,
about the dwarves.
Go ahead.
Okay, I go up to Jasper and ask him, "Excuse me,
Hello.
how long do you plan to stay up here at the Library of Lawn?"
Well, as long as need be.
Well, I was just wondering to make sure that you wouldn't just sail off without us and leave us stranded here.
He looks almost kind of baffled for a moment as you see him. I Yeah, that's fair.
I'm so sorry if I've insulted you in any way. It's just
You can
me
see
and my
that
party have met with some rather less than opportune characters.
Yeah, you can see
Not that you are one of them at all, but it's just we are not the most trusting bunch of you.
He's TPK.
I am so sorry. I am
But yeah,
terrible at this. I probably
you can
insulted
see
you
that
so much, aren't I?
you can see that like his entire crew is kind of like starting to laugh in the background. You see him. Well, I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't trust me either. I am an ex-pirate, as it would be. A right old privateer.
Wait, you were a pirate?
Yes, I was.
You must have wonderful stories. Tell me, if you plan on staying here for a long time, perhaps you can tell them to me over a dinner.
Wonderful stories.
Shut up, Joey.
I'm on fire. Fine.
Do you know what pirates do for a living?
They plunder ships, if I'm not mistaken.
They plunder ships, yes. They also plunder villages, fishing villages on the shore. They go in and they kill the elders. They rape the women. They steal their money. Pirates are not good people.
But you said you were a privateer, am I not mistaken?
Mm.
Privateers have a bit more of a moral compass, don't they? They are employed by a government. They must follow certain rules and regulations. Correct?
You'd think. But we were not privateers for long. We became pirates whenever it showed that was going to get us more money. So we turned on the people that were paying us.
I see.
Started attacking their other ships. We were damn good at it. We killed a lot of people. The reason why I do this now is because I don't want to kill a lot of people anymore. I think my current count is just fine.
I can understand where you're coming from. Have you ever heard of the Church of Rakdos in Cabal?
Yes, I know of the church. The cult of Rakdos.
I once belonged to it, and I'm trying to turn over a new leaf myself. Much like how you turned over a new leaf from your pirating days.
Go back and tell your friends that I am not going to abandon you in the sky.
Thank you very much. No, but I would still very much like that dinner between the two of us. We could swap stories.
Well, food is mainly free here, so I suppose we can work something out.
Can you just... How tall is he, by the way?
He is pretty close to 6 feet. He's like 5'11" or 6 foot.
He's 5'11"?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna lean in and peck him on the cheek and say, "Thank you very much. Have a good day." And I walk off.
Just kind of. God fucking damn it, Video.
Damn it, Blue.
All right, so the rest of you are at your study table.
Yeah, we're deciding on a meeting place for once we found our books because this library is quite
large. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of active places where you guys can study, including places like outside in the open air. If you guys wanted to do something like that.
Anywhere with a tree.
With
like
anywhere with a what?
Big... How? Oh, I'm so sad. I should have played mostly Druid. It's fine. Okay.
Oh, that's
How? Is there any big trees? Like huge trees?
I'd say there are trees, yes.
But I'm talking like really, really big trees.
Yeah, there
Just
would be
turn-
some big trees there.
Important.
Just turn to a monkey.
No, I'm looking for.
What are you looking for? Like, are you talking
I'm
like?
looking for a big tree.
Okay, Okay, so are you talking like a
talking,
redwood
like,
big, or are you
tree
just
level
talking like a
tree. I'm
big
talking
tree?
tree stripe level big tree.
Like an oak tree or something like that?
Like huge.
Yeah,
Literally huge.
Okay, so there are things like oaks. There are no redwoods on this island, if that's what you're
Okay.
wondering.
Well, I
There's
was
nothing
looking for.
that big.
I happened to get a tree stride spell scroll. Then I could tree stride back to the Library of Lawn. Be like, surprise!
Oh,
would be-
okay. Okay, yeah, got you.
It would be helpful, and I can cast it because I am a druid, technically.
Wait, what does tree stride do?
It allows you
It's
to
like the most perfect
move
teleport.
into
Like-
another tree, and there is no way that it wouldn't work, because if someone's like, oh, well, it's moving and you might not be at the right spot. No, it's literally on there. It's literally stuck in the ground. Like, literally tree.
So
It is the
you
most
go into
secure-
one oak tree and then you teleport to another oak tree.
Bingo.
That's awesome.
And there are plenty. So I could warp from the Feywild, I'm pretty sure, to the Library of Lawn.
Oh, dude, that's rad.
Actually, I think it doesn't. It might have to be on the same plane, but that I could be wrong. I have
it's
not
on
read
the-
Tree Stride.
I haven't look. Let me look. But that's my only thing. I just want to find a big tree. That is also one of my things to do.
Okay.
It's like Macmillan with his rocks. Chili just now wants trees.
No, it's important.
Yeah, the count. So to
I go
answer
tree.
question from you, Veneer, I see what you posted. Yes, the council has given you guys leads on some of the artifacts. They've given you like basic directions to different world locations where they were last seen, to their knowledge.
Okay.
The other thing I would like to say is, as you guys, you all kind of come together and you find your place to just kind of just sit and study together. Seeing as you guys are looking at different types of things.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was it that you were looking for, Jamie? Real quick,
Things on mercenaries and
mercenaries and
pirates.
pirates. Okay. I was making sure I was getting the right person. Thank you.
Port via
Mm.
plant.
Okay, so there.
It has to be the same plane. I just looked.
Okay. Yeah. So you find a few books on mercenaries and pirates of like old anything ranging back to like 1500 or 2000 years ago, to basically some recent known individuals. Though you do find that when you start reading through the books, you do find that uh, jeez, names, man. You do find that Jasper is written in one of the books, but very specifically for his accolades of finding the Library of Lawn.
And then he has the book at the Library of Lawn.
Yeah, there's a book at the Library of Lawn that specifies that he is one of the only men currently in the world that knows how to find the library.
I don't know whether it's worth boosting his ego to make fun of him for that. I really don't know.
You also find
We'll
that there is another man listed in this book. Is a old mercenary. It has him listed as a human, but he also, as one of his accolades, has the the location of the Library of Lon and knowing how to get there as Morgan the Strong. That are 2 individuals that are currently living that knows how to get here. As you kind of delve back into the history, you start finding like country names that no longer exist. That have, these great pirates from 1500 years ago that hail from countries that are no longer even on the map. They've been dissolved and forgotten about over time.
I have a mission from Blue to hug a couple trees.
Yes, I see that.
That are large enough for transport vehicles.
This is why people call druids tree huggers.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I need to be able to teleport back to any of these plants.
Yeah,
They're like,
you see this?
this
I
tree.
love this tree. You see this tree? I love this tree. You see this tree? I love this tree. They're my family now, and I will come
They're
back.
my fam.
And the trees are like, hold up.
I do not like being touched. Back away.
I want to see a druid that's like aggressive about it. They just walk up to a tree and they touch it and they're like, I'm going to be inside you later.
That's interesting.
No.
Yeah, so
Jeez, Nick.
yeah, you so very specifically, Jamie, you find some information on people that like the modern history book has forgotten about. From countries that modern history has also mainly forgotten about. Veneer, while you're looking through books, very specifically pertaining to the history of Warforged, you actually find a book from before the last cataclysm that pertains to them. So you were expecting maybe like 150 years of history, but you actually found that it was a lost technology that has been re-brought to the forefront. Somebody has figured out again how to do it. And as you start kind of going through these books and you see they're getting older and older, you find that the oldest book in this collection is probably like right around 2,700 years old, and you can see that as you're going through the book, you can see that one of the places that Warforged originate from is Xanadu.
I figured as much.
As far as you also find that right, not directly after or like directly the same time, but very close after, there was also an elven mechanist, about 26, like within 50 years or so of the creation of the first Warforged in Xanadu, there was an elven mechanist who also found out how to do it separately.
So wait, it was discovered by 2 different people at the same time?
It was discovered by 2 different people at relatively the same time, yes.
Interesting.
In different places of the world.
Yes. Though it does list something interesting, which kind of points to the fact that this is one of the books that they probably used for the notes that they were taking on like the location of Xanadu, which is that it lists like a general like direction and a distance away from what they call in the book the doorway to um, Alfengard.
Wait, the doorway
Which
to Alfengard is with regards to what?
they have. So the doorway to Alfengard is how it's listed in the book. And it has a distance from what they call in the book the doorway to Alfengard to Xanadu with like a basic, like it's in this direction somewhere, at about this distance.
Oh, there are calculations.
Yeah, it has a thing where it's like, it was discovered here and here, and tells like, oh, but it's like this kind of general direction at at this distance. Though the method of distance is spelled a little weird because of general mutation in like language over time. So there's
Yeah.
some weird, it'd be kind of like
Spelling choose CHUSE.
or well, I was gonna say
Welcome back, Rice.
Sorry, I had sudden emergency.
oh,
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's okay now.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
Cool.
But yeah, it has things like thorns. If you know what I'm talking about.
It has what?
It has things like thorns to replace like the TH instead of having a TH, it's like a thorn.
Yeah. The Y.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
So
Blue is
I
learning
figure out how
about
to be a rebel. Blue figures out he needs me, and stay tuned.
as far as Macmillan, you found 2 books off of a shelf. One the biggest book on a shelf, and one the smallest book on a shelf, and whatever the biggest shelf is, which I'm guessing would be dependent on how close to the ground you are at the time.
I went to like the 23rd floor or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you found 2 books on varying topics.
Okay.
The first book is basically a breakdown on the anatomy of tieflings.
On the what?
The anatomy of tieflings. It's a medical journal. And then the other one is a children's book.
Why are the children's book and the medical
And it's-
journals on the same shelf?
Well, they were on different shelves. They were just in similar parts of the library.
Oh no, I was just looking for the one tallest shelf and then the book on top of it.
That entire floor all has shelves that are about the same height. So
I was looking for the
on one
biggest
shelf you
one.
had
Yeah.
on one shelf you had the biggest books in that area, which are like huge medical
Okay,
journals.
so it's one big old fucking shelf.
Yeah, it's one
Okay.
long, large shelf, and it
Okay.
has like bifurcations at points where it creates a bullseye in the middle, or like a crosshair, and you have to walk around to find the smallest book on those shelves. So whenever you found the smallest book, you grabbed it.
Okay.
So what you found was one of the biggest books, which was you just picked from a litany of big books, which were a bunch of medical journals on different races. And then whenever you went to find the smallest book, it was like a kid's book.
All right. At the end of the day, I'm sending stoning Miss Fine. I know how you work.
So the one, like I said, the one is
I was about to say that. Oh my god.
the one is a book of anatomy of tieflings, and the other one is a children's book called The Cat of Caspan.
What's it about?
A cat that lives in Caspan.
That's it. There's no plot to it. It's just a sad cat that lives in Caspan.
It is
Dude,
about a
sad
cat's
cat.
misadventure in Caspan.
What does it do?
God.
The cat goes through a couple of trials and tribulations, and then learns a important moral important moral lesson.
Well, in my determination to
If-
find a man named Razlan, I will put the books back.
If you would like, I can write a children's book. In the
Yes,
future
please
and send
do.
it to you.
Yes, please do.
Unfortunately,
Also,
I wouldn't have any of the.
I am just looking for a man named Razlan.
Man.
What's that mean?
It is my determination to find someone whose name does not exist.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Well, after that, I'm probably gonna go find my friends. I did my most entertaining thing today,
Okay.
even if that requires jumping out the window and running down the wall to get to the
Wait,
bottom floor faster
wait.
than going down all the goddamn stairs.
Veneer, did you tell me? Do I
Did I
know
tell you? Did I tell you what?
about
I
Xanadu
was.
and Void
Are,
Alphabet?
are you? Are we in the same room studying, reading these books?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
yeah,
told
yeah. You
people
guys
to
are.
go find a book.
Yeah,
Okay.
we found a study table.
Sure. Then occasionally, when I find something of interest, I would share to the class. Share with the class.
Okay.
Boo.
Because if so, I would know where the doorway to Elfengard is.
Please do share with the class.
Well, okay. So whenever you share that
Pencils
with the
down,
class,
everyone.
you're like whenever you share with everyone else, you're like, yeah. So I found this this distance, and it has to do with the doorway to Elfengard. So Jamie, you find that to be kind of a weird statement because the Alfengard itself,
Has no
as you're
doors.
kind of looking, as you're kind of thinking back, you realize that had to have been before Alfengard started building on the outside of the Feywild.
Ooh, so it's close to home.
Yeah.
Or rather, the calculations getting to home are from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you.
but I know where the doorway to Elfengard is. Because that's home.
Hmm.
Surprise!
Yeah. The
Who has
What's
friendship?
kind of weird about it is that Alfengard itself, like as a city, you know that Alfengard itself kind of. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just making sure.
you had cut out.
Yeah, it looked like I cut out, so I thought I'd say something. But
Hmm.
yeah, as far as Alfengard is concerned, you would know, Jamie, that it, as a city itself, it kind of sits almost in between.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
There is a portion of the city that is on the material plane, but
And
there is a heavy what's the word I'm looking for? There it's a place where Alfengard was built on a place where there is a heavy like almost convergence of the Feywild, where you can
Mhm.
actually be walking in the Feywild through the city and then just come into the material plane.
Whoa. Okay, that's cool.
Fall into the world.
Yeah, basically.
Just walking in the
Inside the
club.
city, you can literally like think about it and go. You can think about going to the Feywild part of the city, and you will just be there.
Veneer, if you are
Yes.
interested in searching for this Xanadu, based on the doorway to Alfengard, I can take you to the doorway to Alfengard, and then we can look from there.
Oh, can you? That
I
is
can.
convenient.
I'm from the original portion of Alfengard, Feywild.
Ah, yes. Yes.
In chasing fairy people, blah blah blah. We've been over this. Yes, I can take you there.
Well, that seems to solve one part of the equation.
There's more than one?
Well, there's all these numbers, and
Yep.
the directions. The direction seems a little vague, perhaps. I'm not sure if it's even on the same plane.
That's not a hard thing to accomplish with Alfengard. It's a bit, ambiguous, I suppose. Unsure. It's an odd place.
I think I would need someone who's an expert in mathematics in order to process this calculation. Not sure I'm well versed enough.
And then Jamie turns to Beulah.
Wait, what?
It just looks at you for a second, and then when you look up, goes, "How is your reading going?"
Nick, how is it going? Have I found anything interesting on different gods?
You have found a lot of things on a lot of different gods.
A lot of what?
You found a lot of things on a lot of different gods, including pantheons that are no longer, like followed.
Okay. Have I found anything about like those two gods that I messaged you about a while back?
Let me go take a look at your message because that's been a minute. That was Saloon.
It was
And
it was Soon and Lyra.
okay. There would be information on them there. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But as you're kind of reading through, you can see that there are some gods that they kind of persist through time,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're even in these books, there isn't an actual there's not an actual origin for those specific gods.
Okay.
But you do find that there are some gods that, as you're kind of going through and looking at it, you can see that there are some gods that at one point there was a god for this thing and this thing, but they later, their profiles merged. And so this god and this god kind of became one entity.
So it's kind of like how in Egyptian mythology, Amun and Ra merge to become Amun Ra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily in the mythos itself, but just like over time is what he means, maybe.
Yeah. It looks like I guess the best way of looking at it is that whenever you have the these two like say there were two gods there, a lot of the time you see where their profiles kind of merge and you get a god of a different name or a god that is one of the two gods but with both gods' profiles.
So it's kind of like say you have the god Frank and he's the god of water, and you have the god Bill and he's the god of earth. Eventually, Frank and Bill will be forgotten and will be replaced by Damien, who's a god of both water and earth.
Yes.
What a set of examples.
I mean,
I know,
but it works.
Hey, who do you
works.
worship, Frank?
Who do you worship, Bob?
All praise Bob.
And I think that is the moment where Butch stops being one of the people that watches our show. No, but yeah, so you do find interesting things because this isn't something that's heavily noted in religion.
Okay.
Things that you would see on the surface, because you have to remember most of what you're seeing on the surface are things that people are preaching, and if things have changed, they may some of these may be people on the planet making changes to those books.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that it could be that there were two factions. This faction won, so their gods took both profiles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The problem is that these books are not written by gods; they are written by men.
They're written by people.
Yes.
Okay.
So it looks like there are a lot of cases of of things like that happening where it's just historical timelines of following like a specific pantheon and books that were written by scholars for a couple hundred years or a couple thousand years going over just how the religions have evolved over time.
Okay.
And you also find a few books. You also find books on general god profiles, like the things that they are the gods of, what they're like, things like that. Oh, we just lost McMillan again.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm covering him. Don't worry.
Okay.
Alright.
And it's back.
Nope, he's fine. It's fine. I got it.
Okay. So, okay. Are there any gods that would spike people's interest, like any gods of festivals and joy, any gods of charity and almsgiving, stuff like that?
Yeah, those are all
Anti-Rakdos.
What was that, Blue?
anti-Rakdos.
Anti-Rakdos.
Pretty much.
Are there any gods that are similar to Rakdos but are not murderous assholes? Probably.
Exactly. Cause oh yeah, she's like, oh yay, festivals, but no murder.
Yeah. I'll go over some of that stuff with you.
Like we'll just talk one-on-one or something like that and go over that.
Yeah, because we'll go over that shortly. Whenever I have a chance to do some research on my own.
Blue, the god, Sadkar.
Complete opposite.
Yes.
Complete
Yes.
opposite.
How does your search go for a god that might mend you? Is it going well?
Well, I've found a few, but many of them are just long gone. Some of them are just pantheons that no longer exist, so I don't know if the gods themselves exist. I guess all I can really try is just praying to different gods and see who answers first.
I believe you should try to connect to them and try to speak with them if you can, do their rituals, things like that. I didn't find my god in a temple. I found her working in a field. And I had some spare food, and I tried ritual, and it worked. And I thought that God was a joke, and I very quickly got told that she wasn't. So, as someone who should be religious and preaching and following all these things, I find it a bit ridiculous. I think wherever your heart leads you, that'll be where you should go.
Thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate it. I really do. But actually, all I was thinking, like, this is out of character, by the way, but all I can think of when you were saying, like, try the different rituals and all that is just dial 1-800-GET-GOD now.
Yeah, pretty much. Food, you got like, hey, you're wasting your parents' food. She's like, you're right, my bad.
It's like you're up at 4 a.m. channel surfing.
Waiting for the exact right time to throw a corn in the air or something. The god that you called.
You're up at 4 a.m. just like channel surfing, and then as you're going through this kind of shady guy with balding on top comes onto the television. He's like, I heard you were looking for God.
I never did such a thing. The Red Knight is incredible, and she leads all of her followers.
Is this like a homebrew god, or is this an actual D&D god?
The Red Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a demigod that serves all of the gods of strategy and war.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Best god in the book. Besides Helen. That's fine, different character.
Nice.
Alright, so I don't know if McMillan can talk or not.
I
Is he
was
not able to talk?
speaking for him. Fine.
Oh, okay.
He's chilling.
Alright,
He's
cool.
living life.
So
McMillan's coming with me everywhere.
You guys McMillan comes with you everywhere. It doesn't matter which character you play. It's crazy.
It really doesn't. No, it really doesn't.
You just use this guy's self to make yourself
He's
look
just-
like McMillan. I am
He's
McMillan
just a
now.
womanizer.
I am Miss Fine. I've gotten the description. I read the anatomy book. Watch out, Will. No.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm McMillan now.
All right, so you guys sit, do some research.
Macmillan says, "Very mysterious god." I'm still Macmillan.
As you guys are sitting there, you see this young guy, half elven, probably a little bit a little bit younger than 20, like 17 or 18. As he's coming up, pushing a cart. You see him like a food vendor stall or food vendor cart. See him. Oh, hello. Are you guys hungry? By any chance? I have plenty of food. If you guys would like anything.
Yes, I'm very hungry. Hungry for your blood, and I cast Storm Sphere.
You.
No, I'm
Wait,
kidding.
whoa.
Said,
No, I don't actually know.
Macmillan says he's already eaten, and Jamie looks at him and goes, "You seem very young."
Oh,
This isn't Des, right?
no, this isn't Des.
Okay.
Not our pal. No.
If there's anything in particular you'd like, I can get it for you.
Macmillan replies, "You seem very unold."
Sounds like something Macmillan would say.
that
Yeah,
is
it
the essence
does
of Macmillan.
Macmillan would say.
See him. Yes, I suppose that would be correct. I don't know why you'd want to point out I seem unold, but yes, the other word that you're looking for, I believe, is young. Young is also a good descriptor.
The Council of Nine is older than I by 900 years. How do you come to be a young half-elf on the Library of Lom?
Well,
Macmillan corrects me and says Council of Old but Unold.
Council of Old but Unold.
And he shakes.
Only one
well,
of them is unold.
you see, he kind of points out a little bit off into the distance. Whatever you live on one of the satellites, and you're very lonely as an elf, and you run into a beautiful human that you love very much.
Oh, you guys are gonna let him finish?
You then.
That is an unpleasant thought. Okay. Wonderful.
Well, you ask how I came to be on the Library of Lon. My parents lived here.
I mean the
You could have
colony
just
of
said so.
Lon. People who are not, librarians.
Well, I suppose
Someone has to bring the food.
there are a few different ways of being a citizen of the library. I was born into citizenship here, but there are some down on the luck people that may be homeless or in destitution. We also will sometimes send out emissaries who bring back knowledge, and very rarely will ask people that seem like they could benefit from being here to join our community. So
See.
that is a very rare
Calls him a
instance.
seedling of 2 trees and says that he understands.
Damn it. I'm not mad. But yes, I mean, not everyone that lives here was born here. We have a few examples of people that weren't. Um, Lyra, I believe, wasn't born on the islands.
Have you ever left?
Personally, no.
Do you ever wonder what's out there?
Well, of course, but that's why we have the emissaries. They gather knowledge for us. But as far as leaving goes, it seems as if most of the rest of the world is caught up in their own reckless ambition. So,
Is that the rest of the world in the background there, Chili?
yep.
Macmillan kind of nudges Jamie and kind of whispers something. She looks and says, my friend says he believes the people you are looking for is refugee.
Yes. I suppose you could call them refugees. I wouldn't say that we take in refugees from like a crisis typically. Um, there's not enough people, to my knowledge, that know where we are or how to get here for us to take in refugees.
I see. Well, thank you for offering food. We're not hungry. Thank you for your wonderful story about being a seedling of 2 trees. But I think we're okay. Thank you.
Indeed, indeed.
All right. If there's anything else that you would like to ask, I'll be walking around for a bit, offering food to others. You'll probably see me pass by again shortly.
Macmillan says, wait!
Oh God.
Okay. He stops
This is
what
funny.
he's doing.
What is it? Oh my god! Does this dude have flour?
Does he have flour? No, not.
Or tea? Or tea.
He can make tea.
No, does he have tea or flour?
He has tea that is already like bagged.
Okay, not one.
And he
Just
can.
flour.
He does not have flour.
Never mind. He can leave.
Imagine being unable to take the tea out of the bag.
Yeah. Well, he's walking around with the cart where he can like brew tea, and so if he were to be like, okay, give me some tea, he'd probably just brew it for him,
No, main
and
priority
that's
is
not what he's
flour.
looking for. But he does
Main
not have
priority.
he doesn't have any flour. No,
Yeah,
because
no,
I know what
never
he's trying to do. He is trying to get more bombs, and
dismiss. Jamie has officially dismissed this young boy. This young
okay, yeah, you
seedling.
see, he goes ahead and goes on his way. And with that, if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and take our break if you'd like.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Get a drink, use the bathroom. I'll be back here in just a moment.
I'm gonna
And
peek at
Okay.
the chat.
I'll be right back
That.
as well.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, go ahead. I don't see
Interesting storyline.
It's fun messing with you guys on stream from the chat. Soda, I haven't seen the chat all session. Sorry.
Now, my one question is, if I do ever get in, um, who could text me or complete things so I could start understanding it now or something?
Take a look if you want to lose it. I can't catch up on the old chat, Soda, or I would love to. If you ever have something targeted at me, feel free to PM me. No worries on that. It's on mobile, so opening the stream and being on here just completely kills the battery on my phone. So, yeah, it's just a matter of battery. Not open in the chat. And if I'm like texting something in the chat, then it shuts me out of the thing. Yeah. I'm sure it's hilarious though. be taking a peek. Eventually. Spend some good times in the stream chat. And yeah, if you get in, it'll be explained with time, I'm sure. Probably in character, so it's more immersive. But so pretty much one day I'm library myself and a human 1 + 1 = 3 at the end. Oh boy. One day when my mother and father were twigs, they grew strong and tall over many years. And then there were 3. Incredible. No, it's not an Eladrin proverb. That was a Macmillan proverb. Next level stuff there. Yeah, currently at the library, Vaughn. That's definitely takes some explaining. That explains that. Yeah, that does explain that.
I am definitely trying to see the explanation between being a seedling of 2 trees, but a kid.
I'm a pure seed.
That's
Well,
kind of gross.
what do you mean that's kind of gross?
The way you worded it.
I can't tell if that's okay. I can't tell if that's Rice messing with me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That answers that. Incredible. Yeah, that's what you get. Buddy, you're real lifing. That's crazy. What is real life like?
Well, when I look outside, the only thing I see is blood, so.
Oh. So you actually did become Macmillan. Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't have a spell for this.
Plane shift.
Plane shift! I don't get that until, unfortunately. Level 7's 4, 9 is 5. Oh, but subtract 3. Yeah, that's a lot of work, buddy. Sorry.
Hello.
I just think the
Hello.
coolest idea is bringing a D&D character into real life.
That's I would
Is that
not
right?
any of D&D characters. It
Yeah,
is.
I think that would be fucking hilarious. Going to the grocery store and shopping as your character.
That's called cosplay.
It's called what?
Called cosplay.
No. You have to role play your character as well.
But
You have to take it to the next level.
That's also
Buddy, I'm saying like next
For
level.
shopping for what?
You're like going to get your
What are you doing?
I'm just waiting for somebody to. I'm just waiting for somebody to question what I was doing.
To shut you up?
To question what I was doing.
Dear Lord. Yeah, if I were to play a character in a store, I would want to do that. You know that thing where people are like, oh, "What year is it?" Right? And then they're like, "Oh, it worked." I would love doing that, except it's Jamie, and I just go in this crazy like armored suit, like cosplayers that gets like the huge thing. Yeah, something like that.
Jesus Christ!
You got to go to a toy store for that. Either that, or you got to go to like the ball pit, and you got to bury yourself in like full metal armor.
But no, why?
And then you like emerge from the ball pit covered in full metal armor, and then you're like, "Boy, what year is it? 2019. By gods!" And just run out of the store.
No, I want to just be like one of those people that's like from a different time where she's like, I don't understand this food. What do you
Yeah,
mean you
from
kick
another
it, you
time.
put it? Yeah, but you don't do that part of what year is it? Yeah. Yes, soda. Yeah, no. I'm not doing the whole gag where it's like, oh, what year is it? But I just act like I'm already from a different time, and I know that, but I'm just like,
How many
"Ugh,
year is it?
this is unpleasant.
You know,
Right?
that ball pit I think gave me an idea. What if I get like one of those Velcro suits and you just Velcro a bunch of plastic balls to you, and then you just lie in wait in a ball pit?
Be the ball
That's-
man.
Exactly. You just like you just scare little kids.
That's terrible, Henry.
I know. I'm a terrible person. What are you talking about?
Maybe don't do that.
What if the kids are little shits?
Maybe don't do that.
But what if they're being little shits?
Maybe don't do that. Maybe
what?
kids wouldn't be little shits if you were nicer to them.
Oh no, I'm normally nice to them, but then they just stare at me. Like, what are you staring at? Do I have something on my nose? Yes, it's called skin.
See, little kids do that to me, and then you smile at them, and then you say something silly, and then they laugh.
I confused a kid the other day by saying, "What's up, boss?" Because I call everybody boss, right? And they're like, "Wait, why are you calling me boss?"
What's up, boss? You go, hi, and then they laugh.
No, like I called them boss, and they were just saying they're confused. Like, what?
That's why, Henry, you don't call a baby a boss. You say hi.
You
You
go with
talk
your boy and
about
you say,
whatever
"Sup,
the-
boss?" Boss.
At least they're doing that if they're like 6 or 7, because then they start laughing. So they're like, yes, I am the boss now. Do as I say. And you're like, oh no.
Jesus Christ.
I have had a little boy boss me around before, and it was unpleasant.
Oh, jeez. How'd that go?
He's like, give me a piggyback ride. And I'm like, oh, Joe.
It's like this little shit.
He was really milking it.
Yeah. Like, you see that? That's a cow. You're milking it right now.
Henry?
Yeah, what's up?
No.
Yes. You see that? That's a goat? Sheep? Almond?
Meow.
What do we want? Race car noises! Well, when do we want them?
Meow. Yes.
Oh, hello, I am back.
Welcome
Hi,
back.
back.
Oh, God.
That should beat me to it.
Alright,
Boss.
is there anything else that you guys would like to do currently?
I'd like to
I'm just
run-
studying theology up in here.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just chill and talk about things.
I would like to go to the highest spot that I can.
Oh my god, Helen.
Do you have a climb speed?
No, but I can run up vertical surfaces.
Yeah, he is climb speed.
Good thing.
Oh, that's right.
He
I am
exists.
a 9th level monk.
Does that have a limit, or does it just say that
No,
you can?
The limit
as
is
I don't stop moving.
Yeah. So he can literally double dash.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So as long as I don't stop moving, I can run directly up walls.
Okay, so
Just
the
keep
highest
swimming!
the highest
Hold on,
point
which
on
one?
any of the islands would be the central spire.
Wait, buddy.
Okay,
Hmm.
I'd like to
Buddy,
go to the central spire and feel the wind, listen on the wind, see
Buddy,
what
what's
it
your
has to say.
What you say?
What was that, Chile?
I just want to know what his walk speed is. He's being really difficult.
40 feet.
40 feet. Yeah.
40. He has a climb speed of 80. There you
Yep.
go. Unless he decides to double dash. Coward. Well,
Cowardly won't.
Buddy,
Alright, so
I'm gonna
Is that how
fucking
that
triple
works?
dash.
he is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's actually how that works. I think he has the ability to just kind of walk up walls now, as long as he doesn't.
Yeah.
no, he does.
I think he has
Yeah.
to run.
No,
Or
it
he
just
has to
says
just
you
keep
can
moving.
move along vertical. Yeah.
That
He
is
just
so.
walks vertically. He is just vertical. He's like, hello.
That's.
And then eventually he can walk on liquids as well.
Hello, yes, I am vertical.
It's a neat trick.
Yeah, it's a cool part.
God, I
Try
love
spit-
monks.
Oh yeah, you
Try
bet. I can walk up this wall, walks up the wall.
Oh yeah, so you don't even need the ring of water walk anymore, do you?
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
That's awesome.
Did you
Yeah.
give
Dude,
it
try
to
spinning.
her?
That's a good trick.
So yeah, you can just like move up walls.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd very easily be able to scale the central spire.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm gonna listen upon the wind, see the sights that are to see.
Alright, so as you get to the top of the central spire, you can see that it's flat. On your way up, you passed a window, a kind of a large window at the front of the spire. And as you get to the top, you hear part of the roof open as you see a control panel. Lyra and a control panel move upward. Is she? Oh, so somebody's finally going to be able to join me up here. Interesting.
Hello. How are you?
I am well.
So, what do you do up here? Wait. Are you going to be going higher? Because I might go higher. That is the
Well,
goal.
this is the top of the spire. This is the higher.
Oh, are we at the top of the spire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna be like, so, what do you do up here? I am curious if you're going to be joining me. Well, if I'm going to be joining you.
I sometimes, on days with fair weather, come up here to pilot.
Hmm.
I have control of where the islands go currently.
Hmm.
Is she? You see, as you can see, a lot of this, all the satellite islands out in front. You see, she kind of moves the orb, or moves her hand over the orb. As you can see, some of the leading islands kind of veer off a little bit to one side, as the entire island kind of slowly veers. She. It is quite easy if as long as you know what you're doing.
I don't know what I am doing.
Yes, I do not think I would let you play with this.
No, I would not trust myself with it either. However, and I whip out the ye ol' flute.
You flute, okay.
And I'm gonna be like, well, I have my own business to attend to. However, I hope you do not mind a little music.
Absolutely
Doot
not.
doot magic. Doot doot magic flute.
Also, do entertain me, if you will. But you fly across the sky. You explore what there is to explore. Tell me, what comes of it all? Just to you, not to the library, not to the people who in which you hold devices to, but for your own young brain.
Take a moment and just look at everything below. We can see land from here. It's it's breathtaking in some places of the world. To be up here alone, seeing the night sky. Where do you hail from?
An interesting place. A lost place, but an interesting place. And your thoughts remind me very much so of my own grandfather. You see, he used to sit atop the grave tower, and he used to look out, and he used to say, "Macmillan, see upon the land," and I would look out there, and I would see everything. I would see the earth curb. I could see the sea. I could see the forest. I could see the plains, the sand from the beach. Everything was in tune. I used to feel the sun on my face, the fiery heat, the wind brush against my hair, and he used to say, Macmillan, one day you will have to choose between the world and yourself. And on that day, I hope you will make me proud. And so, on that day, well, I chose the world, but sometimes I wish I would have chosen my old man. You know, he used to try to teach me how to fly, actually. He used to take a loft sometimes just to show off to his old boy.
You see, she points out to the northeast. Is she? There is a continent out there. Countries of Gental, Yulton, Hilgrad, Kelrim. There is a small archipelago out there. A place called Ferusia. My cousins rule Ferusia. they they farm spices, make wine. The economy is so small that it could probably be bought. It's been long since I've been there. I was not blessed with the same long life as my cousins, though. Any of them, actually. My father was a Genasi. My mother an Eladrin. After Queen Nima saved the Eladrin, they met. There were pirates in the area, keeping them slaved. It's been long since I've been to that archipelago. But I made my choice. And I know that you made your choice. I think that we're in similar straits.
But one question for you. Though we may be in similar straits, what keeps you here? For me, it is the companions that you meet along the road, and I sort of flick my stomach and Gak will come out and he's like, what the fuck? I meet, shitheads like this one. I meet ones like Miss Fine, Vinia, Ignis, and yes, even Jamie. And there was one old friend, one I thought dead many years ago. Well, one I think dead from many years ago. A human boy. Well, he started a boy. I saw him turn to a man on his adventurings, but his musings, well, they were one for their tales, and well, even now, I still envy the boy. He found peace much quicker than any of us did. 23 years old. He died through An unfortunate series of events with a basilisk and some stone tanning. But my vices are my friends, and to them, well, I hope to make myself a vice for them. One of which, I dare not say their name, struggles immensely, but he is easing by the day. The other does not know how to ease, but soon is learning. One is simply lost, and the other, well, they're taking their own trip.
Your friend who is lost. They can stay here if they need.
Oh, believe me, I cannot even get them to stay in one seat. Though I do enjoy
You
the
ask
rambunctious spirit.
why I stay.
I do.
Many with the skills I have would fly a ship like the Joker's Folly that you came on to the island with. Me, I get to pilot an island. I'm one of two in the last 2 millennia that can say that. An entire
Well,
island moving across the sky. I would have never dreamed that this was possible until I found my way here.
well, I hope you do enjoy, and I see that in this you have found your own peace, which is all that one can ask for nowadays. And so I give you your congrats.
There's
And
one other thing I'd like to do, though. One day.
and
Sit on the peacock throne in Elfengard. Just once.
well, who knows? Maybe one day you will find old Macmillan opening the window for a seat, just for a second. And that day, I hope you will be a rascal like me. I ruffle her hair, and I say, well, I've work to do, but uh, enjoy the music. And I'm going to go ahead and sit atop there, listen to the wind, and about 10 minutes into listening to what there is around, just like what I hear, I'm going to start playing the flute while looking off into the distance to see what there is to see and see if there is any signs of, well, old life. Anything that's like overgrown, anything that's like, oh, super cool.
Okay. So as you are, as this is going on with you, my heart will go on. All right. So with the rest of the party,
Buddy, fuck you.
Are you okay, Rex?
I'm dying.
I'm dying. I'm silly. Anyway,
all right. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
Studying theology, and I'm looking for that. You're gonna start looking for that evocation word as well.
I'm going to hold Beulah back and be like, Beulah, hold on. Hold
Hmm?
on. We have something important.
What is it?
I need to tell Veneer, and I don't know where Macmillan is, or I would tell him as well. Come back, just a second. Just a second.
Okay, I'm standing right beside you.
Okay, come here. And I'm gonna like bring her back towards Veneer. I said, Veneer,
Yes.
I have decided I'm gonna become a pirate.
You've what?
And I just look at her and be like, we did not discuss this at all.
I did not say we, I said I. Now hold
Yes,
on.
I understand, but where did this suddenly come from?
I have been reading on the history of mercenary and pirates. Now, I for a long time tried to get into the higher ranks of Alfengard, and after seeing the higher ranks of Alfengard, I've honestly decided that the only people who really do anything interesting are like a couple of people. So I've decided I'm going to abandon my proper ways and I am going to become my own boss and I'm going to become my own mercenary.
Do you have a ship?
No.
Do you have a
I've decided-
flag?
Yes,
You have a flag.
I do.
Go on then, show me.
And I pull my insignia on my shield, my flag for the Red Knight. And I say, yes, I have a cause to serve. One of strategy, war, and backed by multiple gods. I am a mercenary backed by gods. If this works. I kind of don't know.
Perhaps you should take a couple days to mull this over.
I look at Veneer and say, Veneer,
Yes.
what organization do you belong to?
Well, mine.
And I just kind of like walk over and slap a tree and I say, you're a mercenary. How do you do it?
Well, what do you mean how I do it? How do I do it? I find tasks, I do them, I get paid. And if anything, you're in my company as well.
I am. So I'm already halfway there. I just
Admittedly, I don't pay you much.
Well, you don't pay me.
Hold on. You're getting paid?
Well,
I just like to point out that she basically just walks up to
Yeah,
Veneer.
I just did the meme.
I like that you just walked up to Veneer and you go, yeah, so Veneer, I'm totally gonna be Joan of Arc, but a pirate instead.
Right, do you have a flag?
Hi, friend. I'm gonna do the illegal today.
So she's gonna be the she-wolf of France then, Nick.
Now hold on. I know how you're all looking at me. All I need help with is ways to drop the proper Elfengard posture, tonalities, and how to remove these things from my armor. Beyond that,
I kind of raise my hand up and let a couple sparks just spark off of it and be like, I can help burn off the symbols.
can you leave the red detailing alone? That is important.
Maybe.
Couldn't you just find a smith?
Well, why would she need a smith? She has a Beulah right here.
That doesn't seem very. That seems like a very proper start to my new mercenary life.
I would like to say Beulah has a very wide, open mouth smile right now at her own joke.
Alright, well, mercenaries know the value of paying those who do work, so I fail to see the problem of paying someone to accomplish this task that you cannot do.
I understand that. But the only reason I can't, I don't have the forge I was thinking of at my disposal. Which is kind of why I'm hoping, because I know a lot of places in Alfengard, and their places are amazing. They have such high quality skill there. I just was kind of hoping that when we go back, there's a few stops that you can make. But, I mean, I don't really... Look, nobody thinks I can have fun. And I'm tired of Alfengard fixing all of our problems. We should be doing it ourselves. We should be finding our own things to do. Why is Alfengard following us around? It's certainly not me, as I had hoped.
Now, I'm
all
all
right.
now, Jamie. If I may say something, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Veneer, but if I may say something, Jamie, I'll take that as a yes.
What?
If I may, if I may
yeah,
say something to you,
I was listening.
well, as a person who once belonged to a cult that was dedicated to murder and savagery, you need to be sure on this. I spoke with Jasper, and he said the pirate's life isn't exactly just party every night. It's murder and pillaging, kill, all of that. Terrible. Are you ready to do something?
I look to Viola and smile and say, Viola, my entire life has been nothing but dedicating myself to the fields of Alfengard and then rushing myself to become one of the greatest combat medics in history. I am more than willing to do anything of order and do anything that I need to. For the life of a pirate, the life of a mercenary in general, one with tasks that they pick, is a life of freedom compared to someone who is basically an indentured servant. You do realize that I worked on the fields that I am from. I have known a life of work, and I have never known different. I am not afraid of hard work.
I'm not
Now,
saying are you afraid of hard work. I'm saying are you ready to take someone else's life in cold blood?
We do have a task that's before us that will get us some nice legendary artifacts that have not been seen in, what, millennia? We could probably pick up a couple side gigs along the way.
I see no need yet to kill, and I have killed before. I am not unexperienced, and I have been trained in combat. I have fought for Alvengard before. Veneer is right. But
Of course I am.
I just give him a look, and I say, I need your help, not your sass. Different. I want to be. How do you have fun?
Simple. You enjoy what you're doing.
I always enjoy what I am doing.
Then you're always having fun. Congratulations.
I feel like you are messing with me.
Why would I do that? If you
As
enjoy that which you do, it's fun.
as you guys are having this conversation, and one of you has yelled multiple times that they want to be a pirate.
Wait,
People.
hold on. What'd you say? You cut out for me.
Oh, I said as you guys are having this conversation,
Hello?
and one of you is.
Nick is saying that I have yelled a lot that I want to be a pirate.
Yeah, she's not being quiet about this. She's been like,
Nick, you're gonna hate me, but you cut out again.
No, he didn't. You cut out.
No, it's you.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I can text it to you. It's fine.
but yeah, as this is going on, you guys can see that there are actually people kind of like stopping and listening in as they're super interested in, just passerbys, like students or the like. As they're kind of walking by, they're just like, as this person just starts yelling about becoming a pirate, they kind of stop and are interested in listening in. As most of them have also lived a diligent life that revolves mainly around, the Library of Lon.
She's got a crew.
I look to Veneer and say, Veneer, how long have you been doing things like this? How long have you made your life your own and chose which direction it would go?
Countless years. Well, it was only really recently when I decided to actively choose a direction, but
you're speaking to me. Countless years is not that long.
well, ever since I left Ilbar many, many years ago. So I suppose to count it properly, I suppose it would be not quite half a century. But I've sort of been
Yes.
wandering aimlessly, doing odd jobs here and there. But it was more recently that I found the more lucrative ones. It turns out that having a dragon on your tail sort of lights a fire under your ass. I like that one.
Well, now I believe that I am shedding my elfin garden cloak and keeping the pride in my heart, but doing what is best for me.
Couldn't you do
Keeping my.
both?
Well,
What? Why
hmm.
can't you be? Why can't you be two things, Jamie?
She pauses and looks at you and says, "Have you seen Elfengard? They're kind of all or nothing. It is very
Well,
rigid.
if you're in Alfengard, you can be Alfengardian,
I am, and I
and
always will
if
be.
you are not, if you are out and about the world at large, then be whatever you wish. I fail
I
to see
will,
the problem. Why can't you just be more than one thing?
I will always be of Elfengard. If I kill and someone does not like it, I will be the assassin of Elfengard. But I will not be in Elfengard. I will not be of the Elfengard ranks. And that is a very distinct observation. Because then I may be on the opposite side of the Elfengard military.
You
And
still
that,
have your family name.
oh, completely. Definitely. But to be an elf of Elfengard, it's a little bit different than to be of Elfengard. There are those that are more that are technically more loyal to Elfengard than me by this point. Regardless, I want change. I'm going
Okay,
to.
but
Why are these people
the
coming?
interesting thing about change is that you can always change back when it suits you.
But what's the fun in that?
What do you mean? What's the fun? It's convenient
Change is difficult and frustrating.
for you.
Yes, I suppose one who changes face often would not find change difficult, but I, as someone who enjoys the structure of Elfengard, doesn't necessarily like life changes, and I would rather not become a mercenary and then unbecome a mercenary. So I've decided for life I'll become a mercenary.
Just like that. Sounds like a well thought through plan. Nothing could possibly go wrong, as I foresee it.
If I am to grow, I am to face the challenges ahead of me. And to have challenges, I need to put them in front of me rather than behind me.
Alright, but why change entirely if you can simply use that which you have as a foundation and build on top of it and be multiple things?
Because to build requires still wanting recognition. And to gain recognition means to gain titles. And to gain titles means to become stuck.
That's
Everestia,
a very rigid
the one who.
form of recognition.
You know Everestia Evergarden. You've spoken to her. She has potentially the least freedom of anyone I've ever heard of. And that is not a life for me. Her actions are no longer her own. She is Alfengard.
Well, she certainly had a good time killing those cultists.
Indeed, but that was not by her choice, I do not think. I think the king is behind much of her movement.
And who controls your movement?
Well, now, me.
Alright, so what else do you need to change in order to continue to control your own movement?
I need to stay away from Alfengard, which is harder than it seems. It is easy to be sucked back into the cycle.
So what I'm hearing is that you don't want to go after the spear that Alfengard possesses.
I want to go after the spear that Alfengard possesses, but I am not helping Alf as I was 5 minutes ago. I do not think this is very complicated, Veneer.
It sounds like you're making it pretty complicated.
This isn't all that
I
complicated.
think it's quite simple.
That's funny.
I've changed my entire motivation.
As you guys have gathered a crowd, you
So
can
you
see
say.
as you guys have gathered a crowd, you guys see that Jasper kind of pushes to the front at this point.
Oh no.
Is he? Did you say you're becoming a mercenary?
No.
I told you we
That's
should
like
have
a
closed the
two-door
door.
hole.
She said she's becoming a pirate.
Thank you, Beulah.
Becoming a pirate? As he kind of looks you
No.
over, you see him look over
No.
to Veneer. He goes, "I don't
Look at me.
think you could be a pirate."
Don't even look at me.
He kind of
This was
looks.
not my doing.
He kind of looks back to you and laughs. You see him. So, I suppose we're not heading to Elfengard, unless you'd like.
I'm on the same mission for a different reason, Jasper. I'm still not one of your crew. Nor will I
I didn't say that. Now, did I?
be. It was implied. I'm working with Veneer and Macmillan and Beulah. And I
Hello.
look to him. Because
Right.
it is my... And I am not in charge, and that is perfectly fine, but this is my crew.
She says it's perfectly fine, but I feel like in the future there will be some headbutting.
I feel like there will be debating. Definitely.
I feel like you're saying the same
No.
thing, but his is a little bit more accurate.
If he's
In
not a
any
child,
case-
there will be headbutting.
As soon as I can find somebody who can help me with some of these calculations, we could probably be on our way.
See, he kind of walks over and looks it over. You see him. Oh. What is this for?
Nothing.
It's
See him.
we need to find a location, and we need to travel to said location.
Ah. See him.
And I know the starting place, but not the exit.
You see he.
Well, more like we know the exit, but not the starting place.
Well, I suppose.
You see he pulls a map out, lays it across the table. See him. Said the door. What does that say? Door. Kind of reads
Yes,
it over
right here.
as he. See he takes out a pen and he marks Alfengard on the map. The city of Alfengard on the map. See him. See, pulls out his navigations tools. See him. As he sits for a little bit, let me go ahead and pull out my dice. Whoa.
What's this?
Yeah, right.
Your dice or Jasper's dice?
That would be Jasper's dice. That is correct. That's fair. Okay, that's not bad. You see him as he's pulls out his tools. He starts doing some calculations and
Is he versed in the metamaths of this?
it's so the calculations are the breakdown of like general coordination that you'd use for navigation. It's just an older style of like a longer form than what he's used to.
Well, sure, but isn't there some like planar parts to this formula?
Yes.
That's why I called it metamaths.
You can see him kind of like looking at the map, looking back to what it says, and you see him. The only problem is I'm not sure if if the door to Alfengard is referring to the old gate or the city itself.
Well, let's take a look at how old the book is. Ah, yes. Right, it says right here, it is old as fuck.
It is old as fuck. You see him kind of think to himself for a second. You see him. Fuck. Yeah,
How's your planar math?
You see him think for a moment. See, if I were flying to the old gate, see, you see he actually marks your current location on the map. You see him. So yeah, the first thing he does at this point is he marks your current location, like where your current general location is. And you see him close his eyes and he
Which
thinks
is
for a
weird, by the
moment.
way.
You guys are currently over the Great Ocean Ferris. You are south of the eastern seaboard of Kadesh. On the do you see the strait that's between Kadesh and Kellerim?
Between Kadesh and Kellerim. Yes.
Yeah, you guys are on like the western side, but straight south, out in the Great Ocean Ferris. The land that can be seen in the distance, you can actually see a great deal of this northeastern island. That would be in the if you were at this like at the T where it's great in Great, that island that's northeast of that. You guys can actually see a great deal of that island in the distance, along with like shorelines beyond that. And then you can also see from here the actual sparkle off the dome of that is the city of Port Kadesh.
Oh.
But you guys would be like just a little north of that A in Great. Is where he would mark you guys at. As you can see that he starts doing like trying to figure it out is he's triangulating your position and figuring out where you are compared to the old gate in Alfengard, and then reverse engineering the problem from there.
I see.
As you see him kind of think to himself for a moment, Valis. The location you're looking for is in the Great Ocean Valis. It's northwest of Alfengard. What are we looking for?
Veneer looks at Jamie, then looks back to Jasper. Have you heard of Xanadu?
You see him kind of smile. He goes, I haven't. But we're finding something old, aren't we?
Care to be one of the first there in a long time? As far as we know.
Does my name start with a J? Of course. Think I'd miss out on a find like this?
Well, I mean,
Jasper
maybe
with a
you could.
G.
Well, I mean, you could have a silent letter at the beginning of your name.
My name
Thank
starts
you,
with a
Bill.
J. That was the
I mean, for
general
all we know,
understanding of the statement.
I,
Jasper typically
Beulah
starts. I get what you're saying.
No.
Beulah, but-
Beulah doesn't hear him, and she just like keeps going on. Like,
Yeah, I
well,
know.
It could be like H. It could just be HJSPR or something like that. I reckon even like HJ.
Jasper.
AS.
Jasper, I don't know why things be the way they be right now.
But it just.
However, yes, we need to get to this destination. and hopefully find that which we are looking for. To save the world and such, as you do.
Well, there are a couple stops we might have to make on the way through. We could.
Saving the world it's not really on that quick a time scale. I'm sure we can take our time.
Right. My suggestion would be.
That was a joke.
Well, I still have to stop for supplies for everybody.
No, I understand.
I think my suggestion would be to stop in Ilbar once for restocking. We
It's
head
been a while.
straight west to Alfengard to restock once there. Head north to the port, the main port city in Severland. Ooh, that could be a problem. It's fine. They don't know the Joker's folly.
No.
We can always
Can you please
hit
explain
something
why
else
that
on
would
the
be a
side.
problem?
Well,
His flag would be the
well,
problem.
my old crew, the old crew that I worked with, they weren't the best
Pirates, yes.
to many of the people of those lands. We trolled all the way from Fea to Einerheit. Sometimes even going as far north as Windsweep.
Interesting.
So, yes, we did a lot of bad things there, and Severland might have not quite forgiven us yet, as most of the crew is dead now. They might
As
not
they
remember
tend to
me.
do.
It's been years.
We can always disguise you, Jasper.
Ah, yes, disguises. Now we're going undercover. Perfect. I love it. Oh, I changed my hat. Do you think that might be enough?
Changing your hat is definitely
Oh,
one
I
of
know
the
what to
many
do.
ways.
I know what to do. I just need a quill and ink.
I don't know if I like where this is going.
Oh no, it's
Do you
harmless.
not-
Don't you worry.
Do you not already have quill and ink for your... Never mind. In any case... So, resupplying, and you have a couple other errands to run, you said?
Well, mainly resupplying. Um, but we can. There are a couple different ways that we could go. I just
Right,
feel
yes,
that
we will need supplies going out into the middle of nowhere without an actual destination.
Ilbar, Alfengard, and either Severlin or uh, Einerheit would be the best choices.
Well, it seems that Jamie wishes to avoid Alfengard for the time being.
After looking through my pack, I say, nope, I have no quill and ink.
Right,
He
but
turns
you
to
are in a library. Never mind.
so Jasper kind of turns to Jamie and goes,
Oh,
"So,
She's deaf and muted.
oh,
yes.
okay,
Yeah.
never mind."
I'm updating her on what happened.
Dude, that's a real pal.
All right, so do you guys want to take one more break?
Sure.
So what's the thick of the plan?
Currently, what he's talking about is heading northwest to Ilbar. If you guys are wondering where Ilbar is, it's the large city in Avrumet, which is right next to Footground, Tantalin, and Kadesh on the map.
If my map will load.
Then then heading to Alfengard, which is pretty obviously Alfengard.
Where is Alfengard?
Alfengard is west of Footground,
I
north
see.
of Des.
Is the city of Alfengard that big black dot next to the
That-
city of Alfengard?
Yes.
It's just over the A. Of Alpha. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just joking around here. Just being a
And
butt.
then if you go basically straight north from there up to the continent to the north, you'll see Einerheit, Bainome, and Severlin are those the three countries to the west there.
Now-
He's talking about his last stop for supplies would be in one of those three. Most likely Severlin or Einerheit. I keep wanting to say Heart. Einerheit.
Mhm.
Because he knows that Bainome isn't as large as those two. But he'll figure it out from there. He kind of wants to go somewhere that has a larger supply to pull from, as he knows you guys are going to be out at sea for a while. At sea. Oversea.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
are we? Is the destination over the greater ocean Valis on the material plane? Hopefully, he made the right calculations there.
He says, from what he can tell, yes.
Should we get a second opinion?
You see him.
It's not that I doubt you. It's that it would be awkward if we were out in the middle of nowhere and there was nothing there.
Well, I mean, you can. I'm not sure if there's any pilots here more skilled than me, but
Well, just someone to do the planar math.
see.
Perhaps one of those elder council people.
See, sure, I haven't had my math checked by someone that important in ever. So, sure.
Just a precaution. I'll see
Of
about
course.
doing that before we head out.
All right. You see him. Go ahead and take it. I'll. Or we can try and call one of them down, I guess.
I think it'll be quicker if we go to them. They are old. It would be rude to ask them to come all the way down here.
Macmillan. Just to let you know, you have been watching a crowd gather at the foot of the the foot of the spire. Macmillan.
What's up? Oh, are they at the foot?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, mac and cheese.
Yeah, you have been watching a crowd gather down where your group is.
Oh, I didn't even know I was able to watch the crowd gather.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
as soon
look
as
down and
I
see it.
my companions, I'm going to finish up Ye Olde Song, and I'm going to say, the pleasure has been all mine, and the company has been much appreciated. However, as you can see, I have work to do. Again.
She kind of walks to see what you're looking at.
And I'm going to sprint down the wall and jump on my friend.
You're just gonna land on the table.
No, just on one of them.
Oh.
Just like full body wah onto like Veneer or something.
No, that's
Whichever
a bad
one
idea.
is closest to me.
It's like having a cat.
Yeah, so Veneer, you feel
It's just like Thursday.
It's okay, I have slow fall.
Sorry, what was that, Nick?
Yeah, Veneer, you feel somebody kind of land on top of you very gently. As you look back and you can see.
I'm gonna stealth on his back.
I mean, you're touching me. It's gonna be kind of hard to.
No, but I will most definitely be like, Vinia, what'd you guys do this time?
We've done some math.
Hey. Remember what I said last time. Drugs are the real monster.
I'm sure you've said that
For
on
fuck's
multiple
sake.
occasions. The point of the math, Macmillan,
Oh,
was to
math.
find yes,
Yes.
mathematics, metamatics, planar math, all of those things.
Ah, yes, 2 + 2.
In order to
So-
find the location, to reverse engineer the location of Xanadu based on these really old, on this old formula from this book, from a location in Alfengard.
But my
Did
friend,
you
I don't think that
that?
attracts a crowd much like this one.
Oh, that part was due to Jamie declaring that she is now, end quote, a pirate.
She could not even be a unpirate.
What does that mean, Macmillan? I think I'll
Nothing.
do
That was
just
a joke. I know. Yeah. If you really want my opinion on it, and you really want my help, I am fully willing to help.
Jamie,
However,
you will soon learn to not ask that question.
I will just say, if you want to become a pirate, I'm going to say there are better alternatives. I don't know why you want to become a pirate. I don't know what incited you to become a pirate. But I tell you,
I think it's because of the
one
cool hand, the hook for a hand.
better alternatives. If you want a hook for a hand or a peg for a leg, I'm
Ew,
sure there are
no.
better ways.
Metal armor doesn't fit over a peg leg.
2,
Oh, thanks.
if you wish to really go for plundering that easily, the sea is not the place for it, because you will sink
No,
and you will die.
I was thinking
The
more
air
like
is not
Harry,
one for that place.
and
The
then I
ground
walked
is not one for
away,
that place.
and then Veneer took my words and took the most extreme. Look, I'm thinking mercenary.
So you want to become a mercenary?
She's joining our intrepid band here. Like, officially, it seems she's decided to join us. In spirit and not just in presence.
Oh, good. You are one of the strange couples. Well, here, in honor of all of
Did you
this,
just name us?
no, in honor of all of this, I humbly present to you your first item from our lovely group, and I will give her this strangely
Oh.
shaped amulet in the shape of a moon.
Okay.
And I'll say, wear it with pride. There, all yours.
Is it going to kill me?
If I wanted to kill you, there are easier ways.
It's an amulet, Jamie.
You never know.
Look, once again, if I wanted to kill you, I have a dagger, I have wind, I have my fists, I have my head. I can kill you, but I am not going to kill you. You are my friend, I like you, I respect you, and that is why I'm supporting you by giving you neat things.
Oh,
Despite his stature, Jamie, Macmillan is not very low profile.
my first friend in the group.
It's very easy for him to punch people's shins, though.
All
He
right.
hasn't
So
punched my shin. Let's
Don't
take
make
that
me punch your face.
you about this time you guys see Lyra, the member of the council that was the youngest member, gently kind of land a little bit off to the side of Veneer.
I thought you said it was Layla.
Lyra.
I thought it was Tatiana.
Hold on. I will put
Oh.
this. I thought it
I
was
definitely wrote down.
like that.
Lyra. Lyra.
Oh, okay, that's definitely not
Oh, you
what
just
I
heard
wrote
it.
down last
That's
time.
fine. Yeah, you heard it wrong.
It's
That's okay.
Tatiana.
But yeah, you see, she kind of looks around at the crowd, looks at you guys, sees that something has changed about one of the party members. That she's basically, taken off as much of the things with the emblem of Alfengard the emblem of Alfengard as possible. And she goes, "Did I miss something interesting?"
Yeah, I joined their group and I made a friend, and they gave me this, and it's. We'll see.
Were you not already? Oh, never mind.
News to me as well.
Here's what happened. I was found doing just fine in an alley, not lost, and Veneer disguised himself as an elf. Long story short, I wanted to come to the library, and now I'm a part of their group. Officially.
Okay. Well,
We're like the Backstreet Boys.
congratulations on making friends.
Friend.
Friend.
Veneer doesn't like that term. Just McMillan.
Sorry.
And
Friend. Congratulations
Oh, we're
on
not
making
friends?
friend.
I haven't spoken to you enough yet. Soon.
Aw.
Soon.
I'm a little slow to make friends with people who die.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel that.
People who die. I am a little slow to make friends with them, but Veneer and I have. Well,
Wait, I died?
Country.
She
But-
means those who die young.
But I'm not
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. Well, okay. She's elven. She's
Don't
going
worry
to live
about it.
far longer
At
than you.
another time, I'll tell you how old I am now, and you will understand.
Can I guess?
Fire away.
At least 5.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
See? See, Veneer, I can be smart too.
As you see,
As
Lyra
you say,
kind of
Fila. As you
look-
say.
you see Lyra kind of look over. Jasper. Lyra, how are you doing? She just kind of stares.
I see.
As Jasper goes, is it suddenly cold?
What did you do, Jasper?
I did everything. Come now. What else
Turned on
do
the
you
air
expect?
That
I
much I
believe we have
surmised.
other things to be doing right now.
Ah, Lyra, could you, by chance, double check my map here?
Oh, yes, perfect.
I want
How
to say
convenient.
it's wrong just because it was you. But, sure.
Please take a look.
As she kind of makes her way around the table, you see she takes a look at the map that he's done, taking a look at all the trajectories and stuff. You see she pulls out her own navigation tools. She starts double checking everything. You see her. Seems accurate.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. Why are you going to a random location out in the middle of nowhere?
What do you mean a random location?
I mean,
I
this
pulled
is
this
just
formula from this book. And this book seems to be pointing to the location of Xanadu. We just talked about this.
She kind of smiles and laughs as she. Really? In a book? We
Yes,
never
pages.
checked. You see her. We never checked that book. At least I haven't.
Incredible. So, his math is accurate, yes?
Yes.
Then I believe we have
Yes.
some studying to do, and then places to be going. Shall we?
Hey, Nick, question.
Yeah.
What was this chick's name again?
Lyra.
This is Lyra.
And Beulah knows that she's part of the council night, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have liked.
I'm going to talk to her mano a mano, if that's okay.
Okay.
You can find her afterwards.
Or just ask her a favor now. Lady Lyra, may I ask you a favor?
Well, what is it?
Can we walk and talk away from the group, please?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
I guess I had some more questions as to why they hadn't checked this book. But all right.
They hadn't.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh wait, where did he
Screw
go?
your questions. I'm more important.
Like I'm not sure. I was like, is this book like incorrect?
Well, no, it's
Yeah,
because
that's my
whenever so upon the question before she walks off,
Yeah.
she basically explains that they didn't think to check a book that was about the history of Warforged.
Makes sense.
I mean, I think it's a great oversight.
I mean, you got to think though. It's like a
It's a
book about a
fantastic
sphere,
oversight.
like trying to find a sphere of Alfengard. You wouldn't just like think like, oh, the Warforged book, of course.
Well, no, it is of course because where were they first created? If anyone would know where they were first created, the
I
Council of Nine would know, and
just
so they would have been like, "Oh, hey, maybe we should check the history of
Maybe we should check the
things from
it was
Xanadu."
it was an oversight. Yes,
Beep boop.
it was an
robot
absolute
book.
oversight.
I
I'm
take credit for finding Xanadu.
that's fine.
Beep boop. Chili.
I just looked
Beep boop.
in
Magic bot.
our personal chat and saw that Chili was laughing her ass off at something. So I'm like, what could she be laughing her ass off at? So I went and started reading the messages and then realized the last one was Sakura saying, "I think I'm in the wrong campaign," and I almost died.
You're welcome.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Classic.
The strange couples.
Yeah.
All right, so
Nick, I gotta tell you something about Thursday game after this though.
yeah, we'll get to that.
After.
Yeah. After stream, of course.
All right, so do you want to step into Whisper, or would you like to just go ahead and do it here?
Whichever works for you. I'm fine with either.
Well, I was just curious what you wanted to do as a player.
Do you do
let's
it?
go.
Or we're gonna talk shit about you.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. Fucking bet. Come at me, bro.
Oh, well, okay.
Dude,
Fuck you.
Henry has a
Um,
tiny PP. Oh,
Okay.
So this is basically like a Beulah's whole split, if you know what I mean. You know?
Yeah, I know what's going on. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So as they're walking and talking, Beulah is gonna ask. So I've been thinking of this ever since I came here, and you do know the cult of Rakdos, correct?
Yes.
Well, I used to belong to it, and then I recently learned exactly what that cult is about. It's not just festivals and parties and burning effigies, but actually bringing people. Well, I wish to put a stop to those. And I feel the best way I can do that is by remaining here and learning and eventually returning to my city and shut the fuck up, ad. No, I don't say that in character.
No, I get it.
Yeah, just go off to the side to a wall. It's like, this fucking poster. It's like, and I think the only way I can do that is by getting new information, finding a new god who may be able to help me take down the cult in my home city and possibly the rest of my home country.
That sounds like a grand ambition.
Do you suppose it would be fine if I stayed here? I'm not sure who I have to talk to.
I don't think it would be a problem, but you may want to speak with your friends.
I thought I should ask you first before I brought this news down on them and make sure I could actually stay.
We do not turn people away.
I see.
we allow them to stay as long as they need. It is that simple.
Thank you very much. I will speak with my friends about this. I hope they understand.
She kind of smiles and, well, if you need anything, you know where to find us.
Thank you very much, Lyra.
As she closes her eyes for a moment as she turns and lifts off, heading back towards the top of the tower.
I've got to learn how to do that. All right, that it?
Yep.
We good? All right. What's up? What's up, fuckers? I'm back.
We're slave.
Are you though?
What season? Because Veneer
I
said, why
just-
do you like this?
Oh, okay.
And I realized I was summer season, so it's fine.
I just want to point
I
out
said
that
what
the before I went over to Whisper Chat, the last thing. Now I know that Henry didn't catch this, but I did, which means it was in the stream, which was Macmillan going, "Henry has a small wiener."
Henry has what?
Oh no,
Oh
that's
yeah,
illegal.
got him.
Chili messaged him.
Fantastic.
I didn't hear what it said.
I got it.
But yeah,
Thanks, fam.
so
Thanks, fam.
all right,
What we got?
Yes.
Beulah, if you'd like to
Screw
go ahead
you,
and take the
Rice.
lead. All right, Beulah, if you'd like to go ahead and take the lead.
So
party.
okay. So I'm probably gonna wait till the evening when people are about to go to bed. I don't like. She's gonna mull over, think about like how she's gonna word it and all. So I guess Nick, take it away until evening.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before evening comes?
Boy, do I have things to talk about because I am passionate about everything. I have just learned that pirate is not the right word because then you attract a crowd, and I don't want those because I'm trying to be somebody. That's why. So, I am
Privateer.
from Millen on. Well, it's not a privateer either because he said not the water, and I kind of think that's a good idea because in the water it just kind of.
Wait, are you gonna be a pirate in the sky?
Oh,
She's a
also
merc.
She's gonna be a sky-
to
It's gonna be a
To shock you,
mercenary,
lady.
or
okay.
if she goes barbaric about it, she could be a brigand.
So she's gonna be a merc.
so to Ms. McShock. I'm going to
You see
I'm
what's
gonna
so
go over
funny,
to
Jeff?
her and I'm gonna say, ex Ignis,
Wait, what?
come here,
Yes.
give me your hand.
Okay.
Give me
I
your
give him my hand. I give him my hand.
I'm gonna bring it down closer. I'm going to say, now close your eyes. This is important. Believe me.
I close my eyes and look up, so I am like my vision is as far away from it as possible.
I'm going to have Gak bite his thumb, and then at the same time, I'm going to slip the ring of water walking onto his finger, and then I'm going to use fade away to just yoink the fuck out of there.
I kind of jump back a little bit as I get bit. I mean, she was expecting something some fuckery, but but it's still taken by surprise. And then she looks down with a little yip, and she sees the ring, and her heart kind of melts, and she feels bad for what she's going to say later that evening.
The voice fucking gone.
Yeah, it's like, oh. And you can see a tear just roll down her cheek. That she's just like, I have good friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Cat go. Oh, jeez. All right.
all right.
Okay.
That was really sweet, Rice.
I don't know. I love me too.
I still owe you those 5 rocks, though.
You do.
Yeah.
I believe the term would be mercenary. Oh, you're back.
Hello.
I hope that went well.
It went very good, actually. She was able to answer a lot of my questions.
How confusing.
Hey, where'd you come from?
Oh, I've always been here. What are you talking about?
You were just over.
Nice.
Wait,
No, I was not.
you were just over there.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Beulah,
Hmm.
is something wrong?
Hmm.
I could have sworn I just saw the little gnome over there, but apparently not.
No? I've been here.
Hmm.
I didn't notice anything.
Anyway, what are you three talking about? What did I miss? Anything interesting?
Crispy eggs.
Well, Veneer has a bit exaggerated my stance, and apparently I do not want to become a pirate, as he said. So I'm thinking the term mercenary.
Oh, well, I will
Did
just say
I ever exaggerate? I wonder.
Wait,
I
Veneer can exaggerate?
I am glad you are breaking from the what's it called? The holding, if you will, for the lack of a better word. Um, however, if you ever need information on how to quote unquote be free, as you have put it, I am a wandering soul, so that may possibly help you at some point.
You're a bit too free. I think I would rather for
Oh,
you.
don't worry. I have seen many people. I will teach you their ways, not my own.
Oh, I have a little more hope. Okay, that was kind of mean. I didn't mean to be rude.
No, what?
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 Veneer,
Yes.
do you know what she's talking about?
Who? Jamie?
No, Ignis.
Wait,
The
what?
other.
Wait, what's going
The
on?
other
I'm confused
the other
now.
she?
Wait, Ignis?
I'm,
Beulah?
con- I'm confused now.
That makes two of us.
Like, out of character, I'm confused.
That also makes two of us.
Well, I will just say this to conclude everything that has happened here. Miss Jamie, uh, if you wish to learn how to be free and to learn the mannerisms of one such who is as thus, I will happily show you the way.
Oh my god, are you bringing back that meme?
Yes.
Throwback.
How have you just been waiting all game, all campaign to say that?
No, he's done it
No?
before.
No, you
Okay.
said it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
had a counter before I joined the stream.
The counter.
I did. I had a counter for
Yeah,
tarnation.
I believe now we're at 5.
Wait.
She had a counter, but now her kitchen is void except for the fridge.
All right. So
Incredible.
as
You get it?
Yes.
so
Yeah.
you guys are coming into night as you kind of find yourselves staying at this table for most of the day with people, the people that walk around with the vendor carts. As there are a couple of people that do this throughout the day. You see, as they come around offering different things for dinner kind of food, some of you sit back and enjoy some food, begin to get ready for the night. All except for Veneer, who could sit out here all day if you wanted to.
Well, I can meditate. Trance.
That's true. You can trance. Um,
You still need your 4 hours every night.
yes.
Yeah, but I could not do it on my bed because I'm learning to be real. Okay, that's a little bit too far. Maybe I should stick to my. Too much change in one day. I think and my skin starts to change a little bit. I'm like, yeah, okay, too much change in one day. Crazy already. Too much
Who's to
change.
say the next time you'll have a comfortable bed?
Oh, also,
See, exactly. I should transcend
Nick,
bed.
Yeah.
is it possible to put the dagger of venom on the end of a quarterstaff?
Oh my god! So you're just gonna make a spear of venom?
Is it possible to make a spear of venom? It's a good question. I'll have
Like, I
to.
don't know, using possibly 15 feet of hempen rope.
Oh my god!
The 15 feet of rope.
This is
We'll talk
ridiculous.
about this later, not during game.
I love it. I love
I
it.
wonder if can you use mending to weld things together?
I would assume so. Well, probably not because mending fixes stuff how it was before, right?
Oh, I don't have mending anyway. Never mind. Well, it's fine.
It can do some weird things, but
Oh, I do have thorn whip. Very helpful.
like mending can do some weird things because like mending with mending dead bodies are considered an object.
Yes, and you can
That's
reassemble them.
You
true.
can
Yes.
reassemble them.
So wait, hold on.
Um,
This is a very important question. Can you take the arm from one dead body, put it on the body of another dead body, and make a Frankenstein's
I
monster?
don't believe so. Not in that way.
Oh,
Which would
dang, I wish
probably
I
be
was proud.
that would probably be a pretty good answer to the question. If you can't do it with a body, then why would you be able to weld things together?
Yeah.
Who says you can't do that though? Other than you as the DM.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not doing that on Thursday either.
I'm not going to allow that
Necromancers with mending.
as a DM. I'm not going
No
to allow you to make a
Frankenmonster.
Frankenstein
Good
monster
shit. I love
with
it.
with mending.
No.
Just necromancers
Nice
with the mending
try,
spell.
though.
They're just scared.
Dude,
But
that's called grave domain.
all right, so Beulah,
Hello.
is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, she's just kind of been quiet the entire time, just mulling over everything in her head.
Okay.
Until she eventually just kind of stands up at the table and says, I have an announcement I'd like to make. I think all of you are amazing people. Veneer has his wit and his amazing top hat. Macmillan has his humor and his skill. Jamie, I haven't known you for long, but you have a free spirit, and that is just wonderful. It's hard to come across these days. And I will surely miss you all, for I have decided to stay here at the Library of Law, and when you all decide to leave, I need to learn as much as I can in order to save my city from the cult of Rakdos, as well as the rest of Ferrith Herald. I need to know as much as I can, learn of what gods may be able to help me with this, and I promise you that one day our paths will cross again. I do promise you that.
Viola, you aren't coming?
I am not, no. But you're
That is
still able to
surprising.
but we still have those sending stones, so I could still talk with you every once in a while, right? Perhaps?
Yes, we have those sending stones.
Hey!
We have those sending stones.
Oh wait, that's why Jamie doesn't.
Dang.
I'm gonna give Ignis one of the 9 acorns that I have. I'm gonna say, okay, this one should still work. Either this one and then I give her another one, and I'm like, one of these two is still like fertile. So should you plant it somewhere in here and don't let anybody know, just let it grow and take care of it. It'll grow. That will be the mark we left on this place.
Thank you, Macmillan, and don't you worry. I will still give you your rocks for this amazing ring.
No, wait.
Hmm?
I don't need the rocks, not right now. What I need is for you to prank this place good. Leave it in a place that is not too obvious, but it is still noticeable.
I'll look around. See what I can't find.
This won't make the library stop flying, will it?
I give him a wink and I'm gonna be like,
I wouldn't think
of
so.
course it will, Vinia.
Wait, what?
That is the goal, is it not?
Not really, no.
And I just walk off.
Like I said, His humor is amazing.
In some ways, you are going to be in a much less frustrating place, Beulah.
And you will be in a much less frustrating place without me.
No, I mean not having to deal with Macmillanisms.
I know
I have
I
no
know
such
you.
luck.
I know you, Veneer.
Beulah.
Don't.
Beulah.
Hmm?
Beulah.
Yes.
I've known you for a short time, but you speak so harsh of yourself. Let that chat at the library. Remember what I told you. Just follow where your heart needs to go.
I opened my arms to Jamie.
Yeah, I give her a hug.
Yay!
Aw.
I'm in that mood now.
We're in it's just a big mood.
Just,
Big mood.
I let go and then I looked at Veneer and I asked him, Veneer, before you leave,
Yes.
can I ask you one favor?
What would that be?
Can I try on your top hat?
Can you?
Oh? I give Veneer a look.
Fine.
I light up. She was not expecting him to say yes.
He takes it off. He's holding it in both hands in front of him.
I carefully
at it.
take it.
Then he extends it toward you.
Okay. I carefully. Sorry.
Now you can take it. Yes.
Okay. I carefully take it. I'm very careful, like freaking nat 20 and careful. And
as,
I place it on my head. And I just think I need a monocle.
Oh no.
Like
so,
mine.
Wait, you have a monocle too?
It's a
Yeah.
fold-out monocle. Take a
That's
look,
awesome.
and then you see like a little monocle fold out in front of my face. It is a modified gift that I got from a friend of mine.
It's quite amazing. And I kind of like. Actually, I'll ask that when we're leaving the room.
just so that you know, the top hat is a little big, but
yeah, it's kind of like covering my eyes or something.
not quite that big, but it is a little loose.
Yeah. She's being very careful. Like whenever she turns her head, she's making sure to turn it too sharply, so it just goes so it doesn't just go flying off.
Do you wish to keep it?
I wouldn't want to do that to you.
Okay.
I'm sure it's very important to you, isn't it?
Okay, good. Yes.
When they are handing it to each other, I'm gonna swoop in between before Veneer can get his hands on it.
Oh my
Oh
fucking god! Can we make a contested roll to for Beulah to like snatch it out of the way before he grabs?
Out of the hat.
That is a contested role.
That
Yeah,
is a
because Beulah
contested
is
roll.
not letting anything bad happen to
That
this
would
hat.
be.
What are we contesting right now?
He's
Like,
trying to steal your hat.
Would that be sleight of hand and acrobatics?
That would
I think
be.
Sleight of hand is to not be noticed.
Okay.
Are you
I
trying
think.
to? Are you trying to not be noticed, Macmillan?
Just
Or
No, I'm trying to just like nab the hat from her hand.
okay, so straight
and then
dexterity checks against each other.
Straight. Okay.
Okay, straight dex checks. Okay.
I am so sorry, Beulah.
Fuck yeah.
Why are you sorry?
You're going
Wait,
against.
am I in this too?
Yeah, you
Proper
can go ahead
not
and make a roll.
proper not a 20.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead,
Proper
Blue.
naughty 20.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Can I
Womp.
Womp womp.
can I help someone?
22.
Oh no!
I wasn't
Ah!
expecting Macmillan again somehow.
I'm sorry, Blue. I
And
lost your hat.
I think it's less that you weren't expecting and more you just go, oh, there he goes again.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like I like to imagine that Veneers are like, oh, well, this is happening now, and Buell's just horrified, like, oh no, I lost his hat.
and just when you think nothing else could happen, boom, Macmillan.
Boom, hat. I'm
Boom,
gonna
Macmillan.
I'm gonna put the hat on the Ioun Stone of Regeneration
Well,
and
hold
make
on.
it float.
Hold on. What was your roll, Veneer?
My dex roll? It was
Yeah.
a 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I did not hear that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even went womp womp.
Oh, okay.
You won't be-
Yeah, McMillan, you very easily get a hold of the hat. It does
I'm
not.
going to
So you just set it on the
floating
the
stone of
stone?
regeneration, yeah.
Oh.
And I want to just watch it float.
I don't think those
I'm
can
gonna be
hold
like,
any weight.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think that
It
can.
just
oh, can they not?
shatters.
Fuck.
No, it
No,
would just
it
float
would
to
just
the
fall.
ground.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna be like, I won't let it touch the ground. I respect Veneer too much for that. But I will be disappointed, and then I'll hand the hat back, and I'll be like, I was
Okay.
really expecting something funny to happen. I'm not going to lie, but here, that was just disappointing.
Thank you.
Beulah's heart is just racing, being like, I knew his hat could have gotten ruined right
Yeah,
then.
I'm just gonna like disappointedly hand him back the hat.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just a hat. Everything's
Veneer,
fine.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I-
Veneer, I'm so
I
very sorry.
look at him and then look at everybody else, and I look back at Veneer and I go, nobody believes it's just a hat, Veneer. It is a special hat to someone who thinks nothing is special.
It's just a hat.
Mm,
Okay.
And I'm just gonna gently pat his shoulder, like, okay.
The hat is now back on Veneer's head.
I
Oh,
unactivate the stone and I put it back
And
in my
it's
goddamn
slightly
pocket.
cocked into its normal position.
The stone of disappointment.
Oh, he doesn't wear it straight. He just kind of like wears it like with a little tilt,
a little.
It is at a little tilt.
like Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Who
So
wears their top hat completely straight? That's ridiculous.
This is fair. I do own a top hat. It's amazing.
Beulah,
That's me.
you finish your goodbyes.
Yeah.
Have one last fun moment with the friends that you've made. As you turn and
And before I leave though, if I am leaving, I look to McMillan and I ask him, when you do. Oh shoot! Excuse me. Sorry. When you do your nightly chat with Miss Fine, do tell her I said she's an amazing person.
Do it yourself.
I don't think I can.
You have a sending stone, no?
I thought I wasn't connected to her though.
Do it yourself.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, we've said our goodbyes. Why are you talking to me?
Yeah, it's just like a few months down the road. He's like, oh, by the way, Eula left. Wait, when did this happen? Like a few months ago.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, it's the same treatment I got. It's just okay. You're welcome back anytime, but I mean,
yeah.
just like do it yourself. You have a sending rock.
Yeah.
I will say though, put that ring to good use. There's not a lot of water here, but I'm sure there's something that you can do with it.
Will it actually make this place fall to the ground?
No,
You
I just
promise.
want to get Vinia.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But
Why would I be scared? I'd be worried for the people who live here, sure.
What's
and
why
I'm
are
just,
we worried for the people who live here? Beola's here. I'm sure they will be fine. Right, Beola?
More like the Council of Nine is here, they will be fine. No offense.
I know what you mean. Come
none
on.
taken whatsoever. I'm still learning this lightning stuff.
all right.
Well,
So
goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, Beola.
And I guess with that, I get up from the table and I walk off to somewhere.
I give her one last hug and then walk back to my spot. And by walk, I mean run.
okay. Well, Henry,
That's me.
I suppose that we go ahead and if you could turn your mic off, and we will
Got you,
continue
fam.
to chat afterwards. So the rest of you, as the stars overhead slowly move across the sky, you see your friend Beulah turn and leave the table as she walks slowly away from you. One last hug from Jamie before she returns to the table. She slowly disappears into the night crowd of the Library of Lon. As the rest of you begin to still yourself for the journey ahead. Is there anything that you guys would like to say before we end tonight's game?
Nora PP Small got him.
I dig. You dig.
You dig.
We
He
dig. He dig. She
She
dig.
dig.
They dig. It's not very good, but it's very deep.
Alright, well. So I suppose this is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Mhm.
Next week we'll pick back up on the road to Xanadu.
Choo choo to Xanadu.
Choo choo to
all-
Xanadu. But-
Xanadu.
Alright, everyone say goodnight.
Bye.
Yo, motherfuckers, good night.
Nori smells like butt.
I dig.
Thank you for tuning in.
You dig.
Make sure to like, comment,
You dig.
subscribe, follow,
He dig.
get the notification
dig.
thing.
They
They
dig.
Bye, guys.
We all dig.
Mew.